Most people think they lack discipline because they're lazy, or unmotivated, or broken in some way. That's not the real reason. You can't stay disciplined because your environment is constantly undoing you. Every day you wake up with good intentions. You tell yourself today will be different. You'll train, you'll focus, you'll stay consistent. And then slowly, quietly, you drift back into old patterns, not because you chose to, but because everything around you is designed to pull you off course. Discipline isn't lost in big moments, it's lost in the small ones. The phone within reach, the easy comfort, the constant noise. You're trying to build focus in a world that profits from distraction. And that creates a gap most people never notice. You think discipline is about force. Pushing harder, yelling at yourself, starting over every Monday. But real discipline is about alignment. When your environment matches your goals, discipline feels natural. When it doesn't, discipline feels exhausting. Look at how most people live. They surround themselves with temptation and then blame themselves for failing. They rely on motivation instead of structure. They negotiate with urges instead of removing them. And every time you break a promise to yourself, something small but important erodes. Self-trust, that's the real cost, not the missed workout, not the wasted hour, but the quiet belief that you can't rely on yourself. And once that belief settles in, discipline becomes harder and harder to sustain. Here's what actually works. You stop trying to be disciplined all day. You design your life so discipline is only needed once. You decide in advance, you remove decisions, you remove friction where you want consistency, and you add friction where you want restraint. No phone in bed, no scrolling before work, no negotiating late at night, not because you're strict, but because you're serious. Discipline isn't intensity, it's clarity. The men who stay disciplined aren't constantly hyped or aggressive. They're calm, they know what matters, and they protect it. They don't rely on willpower, they rely on systems. They don't fight themselves every day. They make fewer battles necessary, and over time something shifts. Discipline stops feeling like punishment. It starts feeling like identity. You're no longer trying to be disciplined. You're simply acting in alignment with who you are. That's why most people fail, and that's why a few don't. If this helped you see discipline differently, subscribe. More clarity, less noise.